mobile park homes. One change in management and that plot could be so much more expensive. Are they aware of that? Did you explain that to them?
I've explained that to them, and for example, my nephew goes to Grand Canyon University, and the school actually just bought a lot next to the college, and they gave everybody, I think they gave them a 120-day notice to vacate. So it's just like they're renting a house. That land does not belong to them. The mobile home does, because that's basically the same thing as a car. They're just telling them to move their car. So it's not really a sound investment as I see it, or as my perspective.
That investment now has to be moved.
Yes.
And now it's like to move an actual mobile home. It's not your regular, hook it up to a trailer. Those things are huge sometimes, so you have to get moving crews. It's costly.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you feel that your past relationships, and I'm getting deep right now, it's going to be a little more personal.
Okay.
What have your past relationships showed you about communication?
Communication is of utmost importance. And when you're communicating with another person, you can't go into it thinking, oh, my way is right, my way is right. It has to be, you have to come to the table looking at it from a problem is outside of the two of you. You can't go into it just seeing, oh, I'm right. How can I prove them wrong? No, the problem is outside of you, and the communication between the two of you and the attitude between the two of you has to be, how are we going to fix this? And this isn't a problem between the two of us. It's a problem of the circumstance, which is outside of us. Does that make sense?
I follow you.
How do you tend to navigate conflict, whether it's in your relationship or with some of your business partners?
Communication. That's a huge topic. Definitely communicate how you're feeling, because how you're feeling may not always be the truth. Emotions come and go. So sometimes when we just cool down, we hear and understand other perspectives, all of a sudden you become more understanding of the whole situation. And I believe there's over 8 billion people in the world, right? Each one of them could look at something and perceive that a different way. So although we all have the same issues, as long as we're all trying to resolve the issue and not going at each other, I think that makes a healthy conversation, right? And being able to articulate, take your time, slow down. If you say something, be like, you know what? I'm sorry. Let me think about how I want to answer this again, because words cut deep. And if you send the right message the wrong way, it's going to get lost. And try to leave as little open for interpretation. Do your best to actually mean what you say and use the right words so people are more receptive of it. I've been in a lot of heavy negotiations that just completely lost the deal. People lost a lot of money. We had all invested money to be at this table, and we couldn't see eye to eye. Although we're saying the same exact thing, we just couldn't agree. And as you continue to go through this process, if we can't agree, our contracts tell us what the next step is, right? Then you can go to mediation, you can go to third-party counseling. Worst case scenario, you end up in the court system, and each one of those steps is so expensive. If anybody's ever been to mediation, it's tough, and to have your life, your relationship, your partnership go to that extent, it makes you go through a bunch of emotions. And in business, you're married to your partners. They know a lot about you. They know your income. They know your credit score. They know what you're working on. They know where you're spending the majority of your time. You have to have that level of trust. Now, I do a lot of vetting people. Like, hey, is this someone I'm willing to go to war with? There's good times, there's bad times, but at the end of the day, we have to be on the same page. And if you have outgrown our business structure, if you have outgrown this vision, I completely understand. We'll find ways to A, either have you retain your ownership, or B, sell your ownership. There's so many different ways that you can do it. Get in there, Find something you're passionate about. And even if you're not making a ton of money, sweat equity. Hey, make deals, be creative, be a negotiator. Hey, if I can get you to this point, are you willing to give me this much for the company? Sometimes they'll say no. Sometimes they'll say yes. Sometimes put the ball on their court. They may come with a better offer than you could have ever imagined. So I think it's definitely important to communicate clearly, be open to feedback, and don't always lead with emotion. Have your morals, have your values, and know your non-negotiables. As soon as something to me stops being fun and ROI, your return on investment, isn't there anymore, know when you need to walk away. Whether it's, hey, I'm completely done with this, or hey, I'm only dedicating part time to this, or I'm gone. You'll never see me again.